Hello, thanks for joining me. I want to share with you a few essential wood carving techniques. It's all about how the wood likes to be cut, how the tool works with the wood. So the first thing I want to tell you about is slicing. The slicing cut is really the cut of the carver, and you'll see me slicing all the way in all the projects around this site. You'll see me, for example, using a deep gouge when it comes to removing wood in the background, putting a rock, a sort of wind into the cut as it goes along, removing the wood a lot more easily. You'll also see me paring background in order to finish off a surface. And here you see the tool drifts from one side to the other as it goes forward. And again, this slicing gives you a very clean cut. And also you'll see me using tools in a pen and dagger sort of way, the high angle grip, where the tool slices to produce perhaps little lozenge shaped facets or perhaps in lettering. So this slicing, this way of slicing, is really something you've got to practice, you've got to get into the habit of doing. Why is it so good? Why is it so important to work like this? Why does it work? Well, I've got a little demonstration to show you here. Imagine that this cocktail stick, which I've coloured black, is a wood fibre. And we're going to cut this wood fibre with my carving chisel. This has a bevel on both sides, and this wedge here, this wedge of wood, will represent that cutting edge. So here's my cutting edge, there's the bevel of my tool, this is my tool cutting the wood in a straight line. So I'm going straight into it, like this, in what's called a running cut. So if you look at the side view, this thick lump of metal here is what you're cutting with. That's what the wood fibre sees. Now if I was to take exactly the same wedge of metal, this is a piece of wood representing that same chisel, but this time I cut at an angle as I go along, so I'm slicing the cut like this, so going forwards and to the side. You can see that what actually happens geometrically is that you get a much narrower angle. It's a slimmer piece of metal, it's less thick, much less thick than this one. So what this means in effect is that by slicing the cut, you are lowering the cutting angle. You've got a sharper wedge of metal, and that of course is a much easier, sharper way of cutting fibres. So essentially that's how this thing works. So wherever you can, you want to try and put a slice on the cut. So instead of going straight forward, you just slice to the side. And that's one of the basic techniques you need to practice all the time.